How many of you think that society is more accepting towards the male body than it is towards the female body? Yes? No? Once, there was a man who tried to convince me that as a woman, I should expect to be disrespected if I was dressed in a certain way. He went on to add that men are animals. Do you think you're an animal? Probably not. As this man spoke, he began to agitate me because all he was doing was inciting the boys in the room to become rapists. How many of you think that society is more accepting towards the male body than it is towards the female body? Let me rephrase my question. How many of you think that society has over-sexualized the female body? Thank you. I was determined to test this view and whether or not it was something we were born with or if it was the way society had nurtured us to think. I carried out a survey on 18 participants, all representing different age groups and genders. I showed them a picture of both a boy and a girl in a swimsuit and asked them to comment whether they thought the picture was decent, indecent, socially acceptable, or very indecent. The results I got were of a great concern. As you can see, for the participants aged 12 and below, they found both pictures to be indecent. For the participants aged between 12 and 15, they found the girl's picture to be indecent. However, when it came to the boy's picture, they were divided. Some of them found it to be indecent, whereas some of them found it to be socially acceptable. The surprise comes here. For the participants aged 16 and above, a majority of them found the girl's picture to be very indecent, whereas they found the boy's picture to be socially acceptable. What do these results show us? They show that there is a positive correlation between age and the tendency to over-sexualize the female body. The acceptance of the male body can be evidenced by the fact that the girl had on more items of clothing, but a majority of people would still find her picture to be more indecent. Ladies, how many times have you had a man heckle you on the streets? And how many times has the response to your agitation been, "What did you expect dressed like that?" We raise girls to think that they need to dress in a certain way in order to gain the respect of men. But shouldn't respect be based on one's abilities and achievements? It's not any woman's obligation to wear less or more for the comfort of other ignorance. Even worse, we teach our boys to distinguish between a woman that they should respect and one that they should disrespect. You see, the problem with this distinction is that it allows them to believe that somehow sexual assault is okay, especially if the woman being assaulted is dressed in a certain way. I mean, a girl walking around in a short skirt isn't asking to be disrespected. I must draw your attention to an incident that occurred recently on the streets of Nairobi, where a woman was publicly humiliated and undressed because of the way she was dressed. This incident seemed to be in line with what that man was trying to tell me. But I refuse to accept that man's views, because by accepting that all men are animals, I'd be accepting that everyone, including my father, could be born with predator instincts to defile, and yet my father is very respectful. So that would be wrong. Working on this experience has been very frightening for me, because I kept on asking myself if talking about this was too sensitive, but I knew it was something I had to do. I know some people may argue that men are visual beings, and therefore women shouldn't provoke them by dressing in a certain way. My response to people of this view is one simple question. If we must link rape to dressing, how can we explain the 1 out of every 3 children that will get sexually assaulted by the age of 16? We've created a situation where it's society versus victim instead of society versus rapist. We need to reverse this erroneous trend. Instead of raising our children to think that they need to dress in a certain way to gain respect, we should teach them not only the importance of respect, but that they must respect everyone around them. We should teach our children at a young age that they cannot always have what they want. and continue to remind them as they get older that they do not have the control over anyone else. We could also raise awareness about rape culture using social media. Remember, guys, this is not just a responsibility for the ladies. So just in case you didn't receive Emma Watson's formal invitation to join the feminist bandwagon, I am inviting you again. Remember, it's the little things you do that go a long way. For instance, before you judge that girl's outfit of the day on Instagram because you think it's inappropriate, remember, she's not asking for your attention, and she's not inviting your inappropriate comment. Or when you're hanging out with your clique, and you realize one of your friends is harassing a girl, be quick to call him out on it. And please, stop labeling women, because by doing that, all you're doing is advocating for her to be disrespected. As Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. I put a video together with the help of the men in my life. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.